Stay till the end, because this story might explain something that happened to you, and you never even realized why. Have you ever noticed that the calmest person in the room is usually the first one to disappear? Not with a fight, not with a goodbye, just silence. And if you've ever lost someone like that, someone who seemed fine right up until the day they vanished, I want you to listen closely, because this story might explain exactly what happened. His name was Ethan, 28 years old, living in a small flat outside Manchester, working a job he didn't hate, surrounded by people who called him their best friend. If you asked anyone who knew him, they'd tell you the same thing. Ethan was the reliable one, the one who remembered your birthday, the one who drove 2 hours at midnight because you were upset and needed someone to talk to, the one who always said yes. For years, that was his identity. Not chosen, just assigned. Somewhere along the way, people stopped asking Ethan how he was doing and started only calling when they needed something. A ride, a favor, a shoulder, advice at 11 at night. And every single time, Ethan showed up. Nobody noticed the pattern, not even Ethan, not at first. It was a Tuesday evening, nothing special about it. Ethan sat alone in his flat after a long day, and his phone buzzed. It was Sarah, a friend he'd known since university. She needed to vent about a breakup. Ethan listened for 45 minutes, offered comfort, gave advice, made her laugh once or twice. When the call ended, she said, "You always know what to say. I don't know what I'd do without you." Then she hung up. And Ethan sat there in the quiet apartment, and for the first time, a question surfaced that he couldn't push away. When was the last time she asked how I was doing? He scrolled back through months of messages, conversation after conversation, and in almost every single one, he was the one giving. Advice, time, energy, emotional labor nobody ever asked if he had left to give. He couldn't find a single thread where someone had checked in on him first, unprompted, just because they cared. That night changed something in him. Not anger, something quieter than anger. Clarity. Over the next few weeks, Ethan started paying attention differently. He noticed how certain friends only text during a crisis. He noticed how some relationships felt like a one-way withdrawal, month after month, with nothing ever deposited back. He noticed how exhausted he felt after conversations that were supposed to be simple catch-ups, but always somehow became about someone else's problems. And here's the part most people misunderstand about what happened next. Ethan didn't get angry. He didn't send an emotional message explaining how he felt used. He didn't post a vague status about fake friends. He did something far quieter and far more powerful. He simply stopped. He stopped being the first to text. He stopped answering every call within seconds. He stopped rearranging his schedule for people who never once rearranged theirs for him. Slowly, without announcement, without drama, Ethan began to disappear from the lives of people who had only ever valued what he could give them. And that's when something interesting happened. Some people never even noticed he was gone. Weeks passed without a single message. That told him everything he needed to know. But a few people did notice. A few people reached out, asking if everything was okay, asking why he'd gone quiet. And those were the relationships worth keeping, because those were the people who valued him, not just what he provided. This is the part of the story that most people miss when they talk about someone suddenly disappearing. It's not coldness, it's not a breakdown, it's not even really about the other people at all. It's about a moment of recognition, a moment when someone finally sees, clearly and calmly, that they have been pouring from an empty cup for people who never once asked if the cup was full. Psychologists actually have a name for part of what Ethan experienced. It's sometimes called compassion fatigue, or emotional burnout from one-sided relationships. It happens gradually, so gradually that the person experiencing it often doesn't notice until they hit a breaking point. A quiet one, not a loud one. And when they do reach that point, withdrawal isn't dramatic. It's protective. It's the mind saying, "I cannot keep doing this and survive." Ethan didn't disappear because he stopped caring about people. He disappeared because he finally started caring about himself for the first time in years. And that distinction matters more than almost anything else in this story. 6 months later, Ethan's life looked different. Smaller circle, quieter phone. But every relationship that remained felt different too. Reciprocal, effortless. People who asked how he was doing before asking for a favor. People who remembered things about his life without being told twice. He hadn't gotten colder, he had gotten selective. And there's a profound difference between the two. So if someone in your life has gone quiet, someone who used to be there for everything, ask yourself honestly, in the months before they disappeared, how often did you check on them simply because you cared and not because you needed something? Maybe they didn't abandon you. Maybe, for the first time, they chose themselves. And if you're the one who has been the reliable one, the strong one, the one everybody leans on but nobody checks on, let this story be your permission. You are allowed to stop pouring from an empty cup. You are allowed to become quiet. You are allowed to disappear from relationships that were never really relationships at all, and reappear only for the people who see you, not just what you can give them. Because the most intelligent thing you will ever do is realize your own worth before someone else convinces you that you don't have any. If you related to this, let me know in the comments. And if you know someone who quietly disappeared from your life, maybe now you understand why.